For Rivals.com, I'm national recruiting analyst John Garcia Jr. And as you could tell, special guest joining us today. It is blue chip offensive line recruit Peyton Joseph, coming out of the state of Georgia, Houston County High School. Peyton, how you doing this evening?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Just looking forward to learning more about you, your game, and let's be honest, where you're going to play your college football. But before we get into all of that, big news did drop midweek or at the end of the week here. You've got your commitment date, February 18th. What is special about that day, and how did you come up to this decision date?
Ain't nothing really special about the day. Really, I talk with my parents each and every day about the commitment and what I'm committing to. So we talk great. We came together on one, came together on the date. So February 18th, we chose.
Right. So less than a month away from a verbal commitment out of the number 4 guard projection in the country here on Rivals.com. So you've got this top group of schools, Peyton. We'll get into that here in a second. But first, let's look back. How was your 2023 at Houston County? How are you feeling? Where is your game at this point?
I'm feeling great. My game right now, I'm still working, steady grinding, day to day, taking everything as a process. So 2023 wasn't the best for me, but I ended up making it great towards the end.
Yeah, take us through that. Obviously, adversity is part of this sport. What didn't go well for you in your transition to Houston County, and how did you bounce back?
Transition didn't go well because of the bona fide movement or whatever, but me bouncing back next season, senior season, I'm steady grinding. I ain't let that hold me back. I faced adversity, so I'm just steady grinding each and every day.
So obviously you had to miss some games as a player. How much did that sort of increase your desire, your hunger to get back on the field, to hit the weight room a little bit harder?
Increased it to the match. So watching my guys go out each and every day working. I'm working with them day by day. On Friday, I'm cheering them on. I mean, it didn't really hold me back too bad, but it definitely took my desire to the max.
So for those who haven't seen you since your sophomore year back at Peach County, what should we expect the next time that Peyton Joseph suits up for a Friday night football game?
A monster.
Simple enough, right?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Well, a lot of colleges view you as a potential monster come Saturdays. You've got more than 30 scholarship offers to your name, and your top group that you released in December has a lot of heavy hitters: Florida, Florida State, LSU, Michigan, the reigning national champs, Tennessee on there, among many other programs. How did you get to that list back in December? And are those 7 schools still the group that we should all consider your favorites here going into the final month of your recruitment?
Yes, sir. Them the same schools that I'm stick with. I mean, I still talking to each and every other school too, but it came down to me talking to my parents each and every day about what I needed and what I needed to focus on. So when it came down to me picking up some school, it went from communication to the brotherhood of the players, coaching changes, depth charts. That's about the main point.
Yeah, and in this day and age, almost all of those schools dealt with some type of coaching changes on their roster, whether it was the head coach or certainly a bunch of assistant coaches. How much do you have to keep up with that as you look forward towards a decision?
I mean, I'm gonna have to look for it a lot because due to a lot of coaches is from the league. So I got to keep my eye out.
Yeah, certainly. Jim Harbaugh in the news, one of your top 7 schools head coach, interviewing for multiple NFL roles. I'm sure that will play in your decision and many others in the class of 2025 and beyond. But you do have a couple visits set up. I think that's interesting here before your commitment. You're going to go to Georgia Tech here soon, and you're going to go back to Florida. Tell us about those 2 schools. What keeps them involved for you?
Georgia Tech, they've been talking to me since I want to say last summer. They've been pushing very hard, and so I talked to my parents, whatever. So it's about time for me to just go out there and see what they got to offer, see what Coach Wade got to offer. And Florida, I'm going out there to this gonna be my third time, so I'm just going there to see like could I seal the deal or could I not, basically.
Yeah, no doubt. Still some movement ahead between now and that February 18th verbal commitment date. Let's zoom out a little bit, Peyton, before we let you go here. And off the field, what are you working on these days? We know on the field, big comeback story at Houston County. A lot of folks are going to be eyeing that this fall. But off the field, what is the focus right now?
Making sure grades straight. Grades more priority right now. Football season, like, what, 2, 3, 4 months away. So right now, grades are more priority. I'm steady grinding each and every day, but I'm mostly focused on the books right now.
Absolutely. Student athletes still a part of the lexicon in high school. And of course, once we get to college. Before we let you go, Peyton, last question from me. Let us know one thing people don't know about you, something they can't Google besides the 4 stars next to your name and Houston County, class of 25. What's one thing they can't Google about Peyton Joseph?
I like to play the game from the time I get home till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I like to eat.
What's the height and weight right now for folks wondering?
6'4", 320.
320. So versatile tackle on Friday nights, maybe an inside player come Saturdays. Either way, a lot of intrigue around Rivals 250 offensive lineman Peyton Joseph, again, making his commitment February 18th. And we'll have full coverage for you leading up to it and certainly after right here at Rivals.com.